Welcome back, SEAL fans. We have our second match of the day between Imagine Infernal versus Ionian Battle Meeps. I've seen Ionian Battle Meeps in the past. I have not seen Imagine Infernal, so they're going to be new on my list of teams to watch out for in Piltover. As always, joined with me is Baby. How's it going, buddy? How are you feeling about this match?
It's going pretty good. Excited after our last match. Pretty hype. Interested to see what the rest of Piltover division can bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hope it's entertaining. We had a pretty good match earlier, and I want to see that kept up.
Yeah. Without further ado, let's jump into our pro draft actually and talk about what we're going to be seeing this game.
All right, and as we get into the pro draft here, we see Imagine Infernal on the blue side, Ionian Battle Meeps running up on the red side. We see some early bands here coming out with the Anivia Thresh and Nocturne from the side of Imagine Infernal. All of those pretty niche bands. You can pretty safely assume that you're banning out your opponent's strong champions in that case. Nocturne has been seeing some pretty fringe play compared to the other characters here. Well, actually, what am I talking about? Thresh is in every game, but I feel like you ban Thresh because the other team knows how to play Thresh, not because Thresh is scary on paper. Not at this elo, at least, not below Masters. And then Nocturne otherwise has been seeing some fringe play as a jungler, a mid laner, a top laner, and I bet you could put him in ADC too, and he'd still do the same thing because you just turn off the lights and your opponent can't communicate or team fight properly, and it's a real pain in the butt.
Preach.
Um,
Preach.
On the other side, we see Vayne Vel'Koz and Twitch, definitely bans aimed at taking out Imagine Infernal's AD carry player, and the Vel'Koz aimed at mid or support, actually. I'd be interested to see where that was coming from. Based on the names, I'm going to assume support. We'll talk about that more as we get into game, perhaps. And then we see Imagine Infernal first picking that Tristan, a good flex pick between mid and ADC. And answered immediately by the Caitlyn, the Volley Bear. The Big Bear is back. Big Bear priority remains high in the Piltover division here. Going to see more Bear slaps and Bear fights and Bear charges. I'd imagine Trundle, Nautilus picked up by Imagine Infernal. Nautilus a pretty solid bot laner right now. Pretty middle of the line, I'd say, between offensive utility, tankiness, and CC effects. Obviously, Nautilus known for his variety of CC, but just the way support's played right now, you get so much CC no matter what you play, so not actually Nautilus's strength at this point, I feel. And Trundle just going to shut down that Volley Bear or any other tank, perhaps, that comes out from the side of Ionian Battle Meep. Speaking of which, we do see the Morgana coming out here. Definitely not a tank jungler at this point. Definitely good at defending against these CC effects coming out of things like Nautilus or any of the other supports you might see. And very fast, annoying clear speed will be running amok on this Trundle, I'm sure, in CS. Otherwise, second round of bans, we got the Orianna, we got the Ornn coming out of Imagine Infernal, just denying some of those safe blind pick options out of Ionian Battle Meeps and team fight options to support. They're pretty siege-oriented comp that they got right now. And then the Set and Jace coming out, bans by the Ionian Battle Meeps saying, nope, no bullies in the top lane. We don't like those. Get away.
Hmm.
Probably trying to defend the Volibear, seeing as the Morgana's been picked up, and we can. Well, Morgana's actually a pretty good flex here, but we'll see. Speaking of which, we do see the Leona picked up. That'll lock the Morgana into the jungle here. I don't know if there's just this is a choice made by the Ionian Battle Meeps jungler, saying I just want the Morgana and screw you. Because Morgana Caitlyn into Nautilus is actually sort of impossible to play if the Morgana is on point with Black Shields. And yeah, you just get shoved under turret every time the binding hits. You actually die 100-0. So I'm surprised to say the Leona come out. Regardless, Leona is a Nautilus counter. Very, very prevalent as far as engage mirrors go, just because you land behind him and he can't hook out. And we do see the Ari Echo being picked up from Imagine Infernal. Ari actually representing a Scion here, so that is a Scion top lane going into this Volibear Echo mid lane blind pick. Echo will be responded to with the Galio from Ionian Battle Meeps. Galio should just be able to stand up to the Echo, support his team, roam, and has pretty comparable, probably better wave clear than the Echo going through most of the game. So should see shove advantage there, being able to help the Morgana. That's
Hmm.
that for draft.
Yeah.
Any thought?
You definitely see Ionian Battle Meeps targeting the ADC Chaotix and the one support ban, and then in the second rotation banning out Smurb here. Um, Smurb is a very good. I played against Smurb last season, and I played with Chaotix last season as well. Smurб's a very bullier top laner. He's very like skilled, very aggressive, and I'm expecting to see him to pull out a lot with the Scion pick as well. Scion obviously is the replacement of Ari. It's not actually Ari, but it is Scion. I'm interested to see why they banned out Twitch, because I know of Chaotix's Tristana being one of his highest picked up. So I'm sure he's very comfortable having that first pick and is very comfortable laning against a lot of other things. Um, but I really like the overall team composition from Ionian Battle Meeps. That being said, I really like how they're going to be playing things out, and if it goes all according to plan, the only thing they're really lacking, I feel, is the raw DPS. The only real major DPS I see is Caitlyn, which could be an issue further on in this match.
Yeah, I imagine there'll be some issues coming in with killing this Trundle and particularly killing this Scion. Caitlyn not known for her tank shredding potential, even with Kraken Slayer, her diminishing returns on attack speed based on her lower than 1.0 attack speed modifier in her kit. Just means that you can't actually stack on hits. You can't stack the true damage very effectively, and every attack speed you buy is 50% as effective on her. So it's gonna be low. It's gonna be
Hmm.
difficult for her to actually kill these tanks.
Yeah, I agree. And with that being said, let's transition to game and talk about our runes and our lane matchups. All right, on three. One, two, three.
All right, and as we get into game here, we do see pretty traditional runes coming in across the board. I think in the top lane we see the Conquer from the Volibear, which is interesting. It makes a lot of sense going into the Scion here. Makes more sense than press the attack. Gonna see a lot more skirmishing and like longer team fights coming out, and Volibear just wants to maximize his advantage going into those. Morgana is running the Dark Harvest. Nothing that weird there. I actually don't know what Morgana's run, despite having one in the game every other game. I assume it's Dark Harvest.
Yeah, it's typically Dark Harvest. Yeah, you want to run that
Um,
one, get a lot of quick, easy stacks in the early stages of the match, and then slowly snowball into the later stages because of Dark Harvest.
yeah, we do see the Aftershock mid lane for Galio. That's not really traditional anymore. We tend to see Predator coming out of these Galios, but it's not that big a deal. Extra team fight survivability. Not going to get one shot by the Echo, the Tristana, Nautilus, all that shenanigans. Might be a good heads up choice there. And press the attack, or not press the attack, lethal tempo rather, for the Caitlyn is the only remaining summoner of note. I've been liking Grasp Caitlyn, but as we talked about earlier, you just need to do the most damage possible on this Caitlyn. So I understand the choice of going attack speed, even if attack speed is terrible on her.
Hmm.
So we'll see how that goes. It's not ideal, it's not optimal, but it might be what you need to do to get the numbers up this game.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, now we're just gonna probably see a lot of traditional lane phase just happen here. I don't see anything major coming out unless we see maybe an early gank from our junglers. How do you feel about this early stage?
Yeah, so the Morgana's going to have, as we see an engage coming in on the bot side here, shouldn't get anything of it. Yeah, so as you were saying, Morgana has a significantly faster clear speed than Trundle. We already see Trundle finish 2 camps, Morgana just about to finish her 3rd. Morgana's going to be able to full clear before Crab spawns, as everyone is intimately aware of currently in the metagame. We just see a big trade coming in top lane, no kills going to come out of it though. So we will see the CS advantage grows. As far as ganks, that's going to come down to how individual laners play their wave states and how well they respect the ganks coming out. If I were playing on the side of on the red side this game, I
Ionian
would
and
be
Battle
just...
Meeps.
There we go. I was trying to figure out what IBM standed for again because I'm dumb. If I was on the side of Ionian Battle Meeps this game, I would definitely be just saying, okay, guys, don't die to ganks. I'm Morgana. I'm going to come. I'm going to generate a top gank or a mid gank as soon as I clear my 6th camp, get my Scuttle Crab cross, get a double Scuttle Crab, reset or gank again, get my full camp respawn, and just 45 CS, 48 CS or whatever on Morgana by 4 minutes or 4.5 minutes.
Hmm.
And then the Trundle will be sitting there with about 30, and they'll be getting like, huh, I'm a level and a half down, and I picked Trundle. Why did I do this? That probably won't happen because even MSI teams can't seem to figure out how to do that. So we do see the Morgana gank coming in top side here right before this. Actually, Scuttle's already spawned. No one's taken it yet, but
Yeah, unfortunate for the Schmerb's gonna be able to put on the schmoves, if you will, and dodge the Morgana Q.
yeah, Dark Harvest stack will be picked up here. Morgana being able to pick up the top side Scuttle. Trundle just sacking the top side of his jungle. Morgana doesn't know this yet because he hasn't shown on the map. If she sees the 20 CS though, she'll be able to figure out what he has done this game and realize that that blue buff is still available, that Gromp is still available.
I'd really like Morgana just to take the Gromp, please.
Yeah, I mean, if she knew it was there.
Did she not see it? She walked past it.
I don't know. She walked past
yeah,
it?
She went from top to mid. Now she's
probably
going.
Should have just taken it. You know.
So I actually want to talk about Morgana Clear because I actually saw a video of it the other day where they did a red side clear. So they'd start at Raptors, did red buff, did Krugs, and then cleared their blue side, and then Grump, and they did this all within 3 minutes and 23 seconds. So I wanted to see from this game with the clear speed from blue side, and it was roughly the same time. Like she cleared the Krugs around 3 minutes and 20 seconds, but she wasn't over by the Scuttle Crab yet, so maybe a slight 5-second difference, but overall nothing major.
You see Morgana getting head off a little bit here. Black Shield will negate the slow from the pillar. Dark Binding will connect now into the Volley Bear.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to kill it, but good Dark Harvest sack for the Morgana there.
Yeah, just squeaking out with her life there. Nothing too much to worry about. Yeah, she needs to go back and clear her camps now, though. There's a voice inside my head screaming somewhere when a camp is alive for more than 20 seconds with a Morgana on your team.
Fair. Yeah, very slow kind of process in the early games here. Dragon going to be a mountain. Who would you like to see pick this early dragon up?
Well, generally speaking, we're going to have lane push in top mid and bot side for the side of Ionian Battle Meeps, and Morgana's going to have a massive clear speed advantage. So it really should go to them. It'll be interesting to see if they're able to leverage that. Currently, bot lane is being shoved in, and top lane is having the wave crashed in on them. But it shouldn't matter too much. They have perfect control of these waves with their champion matchups.
Mm-hmm.
We do see a freeze being initiated top lane as well. Volibear knows that he can control the wave however he wants. It won't be a permanent freeze because of Volibear passive, but it'll be good enough. Big chunk coming in onto the Echo mid lane as well by the Galio.
Mm-hmm. You don't usually see top freezes in Seal. So it's nice. It's nice. You don't see that often, so the lane presence coming in from the nutcases. He's flexing his muscles.
Pretty nutty.
It's pretty nutty.
Pretty nutty. Pretty nutty. Coming in the top lane right now.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Here comes a flash engage from the Galio. Is it going to be enough to take out this Echo? He immediately, the hands on this man, immediately ults and dodges the Morgana Q because he was in mid ult and like animation. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
There we go.
That was really clean. I was surprised. I honestly thought that was a dead Echo in my eyes.
Yeah. Smurb being punished pretty hard up in this top lane here. The freeze being set up by the Volibear just enables him to get the big chunk down onto the Scion. Go back, clear up the wave. Continuing to zone the Scion, in fact, out of the CS.
Mm-hmm.
Smurb not able to go. Now he's getting
Is this the call? I don't know. Okay, so
the
Scion
volley
able...
ulti does prevent him from dying, but now back in on it.
So close. The Scion never dies though, but it's like, I want him. I want something to fall.
There's almost a world there where if I'm Scion and I see that, I just ulti the wave and kill the whole wave and then just like go execute to tier 2. Like, I mean, if you want to chase me up here, we get a free dragon.
Fair.
Because who cares, right? Like, you kill the wave, you break the freeze, the wave crashes, Volibear probably loses minions sprinting back after it. It's a really weird call that you would never make as a player in the game, but in hindsight, you're like, that would have been pretty good.
Yeah, 100%. Now we're going to get an engage in the bot side. The nice ultimate from the Nautilus is going down. Leona ulti going down, not going to be able to land anything. Morgana going to be ulted by the Tristana. Is the Nautilus going to be able to live? Probably not, as the Galio comes in. And where did the what?
All
right.
I think he landed on a Nautilus hook.
Yeah, and he just into the sky again. Trundle ulti is going to be going down onto the Volibear here. He's going to try and pick this one off. It should be one more auto attack away, and death from the demigod. Or is Volibear a demigod or an actual god? I can never really remember.
I don't know.
He's one of them.
I think he's a bear.
I think. yes, he is a bear.
Now I gotta call out the Trundle there. Good play. I would have always flashed that wall, tried to click on Volibear, and bitten the plant, and Volibear would have lived. So, like, honest to God, 9 times out of 10, I bite the plant. Because I forget that he would be underneath the plant there. Good play from the Trundle to actually secure that kill here.
And he gets Rift Herald as well.
The Rift Herald, yeah, got the Rift Herald. Did not get the Scuttle Crab, which was the entire crux of that fight. Is the Volibear going for the Scuttle Crab. Still doesn't want it. Scion currently taking the Scuttle Crab. Morgana's like, I don't want it either. Junglers, these are...
They do not want Scuttle Crabs.
Interesting decisions coming out of these junglers this game. I won't say bad, because I have to deal with too much Scuttle priority way too often. And that's the second blue buff going to Morgana, stealing the first one as well. So 0 for 2 Trundle on his own blue buff this game. Only down 10 CS though. Quite a blessing. I think Morgana should actually be at 90 CS right now normally, but I mean, at MSI she wouldn't be either.
Is that so? I'm not sure how, if the new jungle changes have changed that should be.
No,
at
the
90.
new jungle changes have not changed it. Don't worry.
No, okay. I'm not too sure. I'm just.
She'd be 45 seconds behind where she would normally be.
Oh, okay, yeah. So she'd be around 80, 90 for sure then. Yeah, next dragon, Ocean. So a lot of stats in the early first two dragons there, so good to be picking those ones off. But Echo is going to be going for an all-in. I'm not sure if that's going to be the call, but Galio doesn't want anything more of that as all of his abilities are on cooldown.
Yeah, this mid lane's going pretty impressive for the Galio right now. Interesting, too, to see the Galio's not picking up Shurelia's after the change. Now they're going for probably Proto Belt here. And we see armor picked up, alluding to maybe Ninja Tabi this game, trying to deny damage coming out of the Tristana and Trundle and I guess Sion, because Sion's an AD champion, sort of. Sort of does damage.
You know, it's about like 12 minutes in now. We do get an engaged topside, but I don't think anyone's gonna die. These are two beefy boys. But I was gonna say, going to the mid stage of this game, the kills are very low, but I'm favoring Imagine Infernals. Oh, as I'm talking, here comes an engage. The Trundle immediately dies. Dynamic camera, put me back bot lane. I don't want to see this top lane fight. Put me back. But we are gonna get a top lane fight. That's going to be a dead Volibear, I think. Maybe not. He's going to get one more heal off. If he did, he would live. But if not, he will die. And he does fall. And in the bot lane there, we only saw the one kill onto Trundle. And that would be the end of that. So I'm surprised they didn't get more.
Can we talk about this Trundle build?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead.
That's it. All right, I'm done.
All right. Yeah, okay.
That's it. I don't know what to say. I don't know if there's... Am I missing something?
Yeah.
I'm sure Chad will tell me if I'm missing something about the metagame. But,
AD Trundle.
First item.
Sanguine Blade.
Sanguine Blade. I had to mouse over that one. I have not seen that since Raven.
Yeah. Oh, and that's a dead Morgana.
Yeah, Black Shield's still on cooldown there. Not really respecting anything there. I'm still a bit out of it. What's with this,
You don't like
what
the Sanguine
hell
Blade?
is going on with this Trundle build?
Yes! It's big brain time. I've never seen this type of Trundle build ever.
You don't say.
I'm interested to see where he goes next with this. Like, what mythic do you think is he Divine Sunderer? Is he just going Tank Shred? What's he doing here?
Is that a Tank Shred item?
Divine Sunderer?
No.
Oh, the Sanguine Blade is lethality. It's a lethality
Yes, I know
item.
that. But it only works when no one's nearby?
Yeah, like, you typically want to have that on your duelist with that need healing.
Yeah.
So, like, Quinn
yeah.
likes to use it. But you don't really see it on Trundle.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
It might work.
I still think you go Chem Tank. Or Stride Breaker. Or Gore Drinker. Or Triforce. Or Sunderer. Or please God not Eclipse. But we'll see.
Comes a
We'll
Sion
see. It might be an
ulti.
Eclipse.
Not able to land onto the Volibear here, but he's going to be in a lot of danger. Schmerb's going to get this all in and should be able to potentially kill Volibear if he lands one more E. Schmerb with the Q and the Q and the flash, baby, and Volibear gets out.
Interestingly enough, similar to last series, Volibear's electing to trade flash instead of ulting. Very weird to me, but I don't know why Volibear. Maybe it's a visual bug, or maybe it's not up. But like this is like the third time in the last two series that Volibear's just flashed instead of ulting. Some of them
Maybe
I was like, okay,
maybe
well,
the
it's
animation.
just...
No, it wouldn't matter for the animation.
He gains HP.
Yeah, you gain HP.
I don't know. It's so weird to me. Last series, I'm like, okay, maybe he like values the ulti because he might need to fight in the next 30 seconds more than he values flash. Like, okay, I see it. There, I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, they're going to be a fight here. Double knock-up as the Tristana's going to do as much damage as she possibly can. Going to get a double ulti off there and going to be pushing them back. The Sion is taking a lot of damage. Here comes the Galio ulti as well. Here comes the volley ulti. It's not going to be landing on anyone there. They are going to be taking off that dragon. Here comes the Sion. He is dead, but the zombie still lives, baby, as he's going to be going in onto the Leona. They aren't going to be able to pick that one off. Caitlyn doing as much damage as possible. Going to be picking off the Trundle. The Tristana is going to fall. The Echo is going to fall. The Caitlyn's just doing the work in the front line. doing what she can, getting another kill over to her as she takes off the Nautilus, and that is a big win for the Ionian Battle Meeps. They did lose out on the Dragon, which is sad, but they did come out in the team fight with the kill, so that's a lot of extra gold in their pockets, and they slowly take a lead because of this.
I have a lot of words to say about that team fight, and none of them are good. But some of them are funny. So if you like, if you look at
some of them are, yeah, okay.
If you look at the start of that team fight there, that is the most congested choke point I've seen in a very long time. And just between like Tristana Buster shotting 2 people back through the choke point, the Trundle Pillar, the Scion Qs, the Scion ultis, the Echo stuns, the Nautilus ultis, the Nautilus Riptides, everything just in that choke point in the jungle there. No one could actually get through it for Ionian Battle Meeps. They tried. The Tristana ulti sent them right back into it. Over the Trundle Pillar, into the Scion Cube, and then the side of Imagine Infernal is just like, oh guys, we got the dragon. Quick, run through the choke that we just destroyed them in. And Caitlyn's just standing over the wall. She's got her mythic completed, right? Pretty good power spike for Caitlyn overall. 1 item spike for Caitlyn, pretty legendary for being not terrible.
I think this Caitlyn's dead. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Caitlyn's dead.
Yeah.
You know?
All right.
Oh, but we got top lane. We're going to go for another engage. Potentially. Absolutely not. No.
All right. So speaking of that team fight, though.
back to our
Caitlyn just stood there and killed 3 people.
She fronted on them. That's some...
No, she didn't even front on them. They fronted on her and she just stood still and killed 3 people. By the way, walking over traps in that choke as well. I saw Trundle flash in, try and get a kill. He got Leona queued, and then had to run away, stood on a trap, instantly died to Caitlyn. And wow, that was just... I can't comment on the mechanics because I was too focused on the baffling decisions, but
look at the
it
moves.
happened. It was the team fight.
The schmoves, my guy. The schmoves.
There were some schmoves going on. Otherwise, though, the Tristana there picking up that kill on the Caitlyn in the bot lane. Big shutdown going over to that Tristana. Big gold influx now, right? Gonna be... Honestly, Tristana's probably ahead in gold because of that now, right? And yeah, we do look. She's 400 gold ahead of Caitlyn, mostly due to that shutdown onto the Caitlyn herself under the turret there. Caitlyn not respecting Nautilus pressing R on her. And Leona not respecting Chaotix not flashing into a Leona ulti without flash up.
Fair.
Fair.
Well, I mean, if she got her in mid-transition, then that would work. But a double taunt coming in from the Galio is going to be trying to pick this one off. But they are going to be doing a lot of damage back, so no one's really on Chaotix in the sideline. The Tristana's doing what she can. Here comes the Scion Choo-Choo, baby, as he's going to be going in, trying to get that knock-up, but is not able to get the Galio. They do pick off the Leona, though. Here comes Volibear in the sidelines. He's going to have to ulti out of there. He's in a danger noodle spot, and now he's going to be looking for more Scion. And then we see Tristana doing a lot of damage. Caitlyn's in the back line, but they are going to put a lot of focus on her now. They are paying a lot of attention. They die to her as well. She's going to continue the auto attacks in the side lane. The Tristana is in a lot of danger. Here comes the ulti from the Caitlyn downtown, able to get the Tristana.
Oh, Chaotix is flaming someone right now.
Galio died.
Trundle comes in. That's what the build's for. That's what
it is.
Lethality Smite coming in hot. Yeah, but once again, no one can get onto Caitlyn. Just standing on the flank, just standing bottom, or just on the right side of your screen there, standing there autoing people. Nautilus on her is like, yep, well, I'm dead. And then everyone else is like, I can't walk into that choke. That kills people.
Caitlyn is fronting on them with
Absolutely.
their gun.
Do you remember what you said in that team fight, by the way, about the Volibear, right?
Yeah.
Can I get a definition for that word?
Which one?
You know, I was gonna make a joke about it, but I forgot when I started talking about Caitlyn fronting on people.
Which team fight should I talk about?
Something to the effect of like a flip-flop sort of situation or something like that.
Oh, I can't even remember. I know I said something along those lines.
Yeah.
Was it? Oh,
I don't know.
Funny.
We'll
I can't remember.
Way,
I'll probably say it again. I wouldn't put it past me. And then the Scion's going to be going into the back line, going to be trying to get that the Caitlyn and the Morgana. They are going to be trying to get that dragon. It goes over to the side of Imagine Infernal. Some chokeout point has happening now. Here's the team fight that they want. Imagine Infernal is going to be getting them. Caitlyn's doing what she can to do the DPS that she does, but is unable to get anything more of that. There goes another kill to Tristana. She's going to get another position to get some more zoning. She's going to hop over the wall and grab a Quadra, and that's our Penta, baby! Let's go! Tristana, amazing job with the walking and the Wing and the positioning, and she gets all of the kills there. There was a joke that I had last season was people are brainwashed into killing themselves to Chaotix, and they just he always gets all the kills. So
yeah,
good job.
It seems accurate this game. Normally I agree with you. That is a common trend I find in Chaotix games where he gets all of the kills for what seems like no reason. To be fair, that team fight, very well played by the Tristana. Definitely deserving of that pentakill there. Played it very well, kited perfectly, jumped in at just the right times. Good play from the rest of the team too, setting it up. Finally got into the Caitlyn and shut her down. Now Tristana's 10-2, Caitlyn's 9-2, and Tristana doesn't have an assist because Josh does not know what sharing is. But Caitlyn does, so points to Caitlyn for team play, you know? Caitlyn gets the ribbon. Teamwork ribbon, you know?
Teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. You know? Yeah.
Nothing happening down there.
Nothing happening down here. Nothing to see
Echo
here. Just a Rift Herald. Just a Rift Herald. Don't worry about it.
Big ol' Shelly.
There's a big ol' Shelly down bot lane. And,
yeah, and there's not a lot happening on the map anymore. No summoners up for the side of Infernal right now. Not really looking to do anything, just to heal up, honestly. Trying to wait for those to come back up, maybe next dragon fight. But the hook again on Monte Carlo Method, a little bit short on that black shield.
Yeah, and here comes the AL in. The Tristana getting yet another kill. She gets the second double as well. No assists will be given to Chaotix as he will take all.
I think he beats anyone on his team who takes a single kill.
Like physically, like in person,
like physically.
You mean like if he's around,
physical abuse. Like it's like they got Stockholm syndrome, or like they are physically terrified of getting kills.
I mean, I would be. Oh, here comes the all-in. Tristana's going to be getting that one onto the volley, and then she's going to be going onto the Caitlyn. Is on Caitlyn in the back line. Is going to be getting her kill stolen. That's going to be the first 2 assists of the game for Chaotix.
Echo's going to the room.
Yeah, Echo's get beat.
Echo's not going home tonight, boy.
Let's see if he plays the next game. I don't know.
Yeah, he might get subbed out unexpectedly. Might have an emergency come up. Well, at this point, we do see a 5k gold lead has developed for the side of Imagine Infernal. 1.5 minutes on Dragon. 2 dragons to 1 as well in their advantage. The game's not completely lost yet, but Scion is very chonky. This Caitlyn's not doing that hot. Like, she's got so many items, but it's Caitlyn, as we talked about earlier, not going to be great at killing tanks. Does not have the armor pen yet. Didn't go for the Lord Dominic's Regard. Instead went for the Phantom Dancer. Definitely a mistake, because attack speed doesn't do anything on Caitlyn.
From Tristana there is going to be picking off this kill onto Galio, and pretty easy cleanup for the Chaotix there. Not much else to say about that, besides the fact that unfortunately they did fall right before the next major dragon fight, which is going to be Soul Point.
Ryder, how many people do you think know that Caitlyn has a 0.56 attack speed multiplier?
I didn't.
Most AD carries I talk to don't know that she actually just has a negative attack speed modifier.
Why is that?
Because Riot said so.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Lots of champions do. Gwen does too, by the way. Attack speed on Gwen's not actually that good. I mean, it is, but like she doesn't gain max value from it, so.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind, people. Check your stats on LoL Wiki.
Dragon's going to be spawning in about a second, and I don't see a way that they're going to be able to kill this except for a double TP. They're going to go for a team fight. Is it going to be enough? The hook is going to land. A 3-man stun from the Echo Bubble. He's in the Thunderdome, baby. Here comes the Scion. Choo-choo, baby. He's going in. The Galio is going to fall as well. The Tristana is going to get another kill. She's going for the triple. Is this going to be the double penta? Yeah, that's quad. Bro. Come on, let's go. Double penta. Come on, baby. Go!
The bear is running!
He's running, he does not want! He's gonna die, Jessica.
Yes,
yeah.
Alright.
You die for
going
the
over
meme.
to Morgana. Now, this game's probably over either way. That Tristana wasn't in that team fight for the first 5 seconds. So, I'd wager that it doesn't get much better than that. For the side of Ionian Battle Meeps.
Now, the question is, who's getting beat for not taking the turret shots for Chaotix? You know?
Well, I think it's like there. I don't know if it's a meme. There's a commercial where it's just a man slapping people in a line.
Yeah.
I
remember
I'm feeling
that
like
one.
it's just you walk up and you get your ass slapped. One at a time, like everyone on the team, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's like the pre-game lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you build Shrelias so that you could be fast enough to get in front of me to tank turret shots so I could get my double penta? And speed me up so that I could reach him?
Now, how many kills do you think Tristana is going to end this game with? I'm going to say
22.
I'm going to say 23. I'm going to say 23.
Well, that's another penta, and that's not going to happen.
I wouldn't put it past them. Someone's bringing out the wiffle bat beaten stick.
Oh,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Tristana taking blue buff.
Also just gonna take blue. It's her blue.
It's hers. Rightfully so.
Smacking the other team too, saying no. My kill. I kill blue.
I kill blue. This is my blue. And what else can we really say about this other than we're just waiting for the next team fight and the next dragon? Gonna see something happen occur here.
Yeah, that's the Galio stepped up. Oh, Caitlyn
stepped up a little bit too far. Here comes the Nautilus ulti going on to the Caitlyn. They are gonna have to reposition. Here comes the Scion ulti. The Echo is going to be getting the kill onto the Morgana. Someone call an ambulance, because they are in danger as they take another turret. Everyone is slowly falling, and I believe this is most likely going to be our end game here.
Yeah, more or less. We're just going to see Imagine Infernal walk it down, winning team fights 4 versus 5. Good flash on.
Got not enough damage to take out the Galio there, but the Tristana is going to start killing them underneath turret. There's one. Can we get more? And she dies.
All right, I win the over-under, boys.
Yeah, you do. If this is the Price is Right, you got it. They are going to take this W here. Congratulations, Imagine Infernal. You played this game out very well. You knew your win con. You stayed to the late game. You scaled out really well. And congratulations on the Penta as well.
Ryder, what do you think the win con was?
Late game. Definitely late game.
Late game?
Yeah, they definitely had a better late game in my opinion.
Okay.
Just because of like how Scion's built, how Tristana's built, and Echo. I'm not sure how Echo really scales, but I feel like he has a really strong late game in my opinion, comparatively to the other team, right? Where I felt like a lot of them would fall off.
So I'm looking at the late game here, right? It's like everyone's 2 items, and Tristan is 6.
Ooh.
Right? So like pretty late game.
That's a win con.
Now, you say win cons, I'm thinking like I think the actual win cons, maybe it's just Josh. Maybe it's just Chaotix on the Trist.
Yeah.
And you say they knew it, and I agree with you. I just disagree with what the win con was. Right? Like, I think they knew the win con. Win con is get the Tristana pentakill.
Agreed.
Every game.
I'm gonna have to clip that later. In I think that was around like the 23 23 seconds in the first game here. So
Oh yeah, 23 seconds in.
yeah, 23, 23
23
minutes.
seconds in.
Yeah, that's the one.
Ace MVP. Before we drag this on too much, I don't think this is much of a conversation, but
it's
hit
go
me.
it's going both to the ADCs for me.
Holy cow! What?
What a
What a
yeah,
twist!
what a twist, baby! Is they both played really well. Caitlyn fronting on them with the guns, but then Tristana fronting on them with the cannon. You know.
Is there something just innately frustrating about playing against Chaotix as an ADC or a bot laner or a player?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're like so far ahead of him at like 10, 15 minutes, and then he literally does just get a pentakill in every single game, and you're like, I don't know how this happened! What happened?
He has 20 kills. No one knows why.
How did this happen? He wasn't even ahead in lane! How did you get 20 kills? But yeah, it happened again here. We might even see it again in the next game. It'll be interesting to see if that happens.
Mind control.
Mind control,
I
indeed.
feel like does he have a hypnotoad on his side? I feel like that's a thing. Perhaps. Just like
All right.
But we're gonna
see you
take
guys
a
in the next game.
quick intermission, and we will be right back for game number 2. Welcome back, SEAL community. We are going into game 2 between Imagine Infernal versus the Ionian Battle Meeps. I am the Dragon Rider, joined as always by Vebe here. We did see a pentakill last game, which was pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. Good job on Chaotix's Tristana. Definitely not gonna be able to be allowed the next game, that's for sure. If I were Ionian Battle Meeps, that's gonna be banned away or taken up by them. What were your takeaways, and what do you expect to see in this next match here, baby?
Shut down the 80 carry.
True.
It goes for both teams.
True.
Yeah, no, generally speaking, though, I'd like to see strong drafting about winning bot side and perhaps denying Chaotix from a snowballing pick. Tristan is pretty up there as far as ADC snowballers go, but we did see the Bane and the Twitch ban already from them, so they were clearly already thinking about snowball ADCs to some extent.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, the rest of the map for both teams sort of just got tagged along. There was Good play coming out of Schmerb on the Scion, honestly. I was really liking a lot of those ultis. But for the most part, it was just the AD carry show on both sides, and then 4 small things walking around between them.
Fair. Odd-looking pylons for the
Yeah.
ADC's minds. But with that being said, let's go actually check out and see what they have to offer for our next game. So I'm going to transition us over into our pro draft here. So take it away, Bebe. How do you expect to see this game?
Well, yeah, getting into this second game here, Ionian Battle Meeps on the blue side. Imagine Infernal on the red side. Same bands coming out of Battle Meeps, getting rid of the Vel'Koz, the Vayne, the Twitch, making sure that those snowball picks don't get out into the wild. Imagine Infernal banning the Caitlyn now, saying we don't want to see that happen again. I didn't like losing lane, says Chaotix. I don't like laning into Caitlyn. Nocturne as well coming out, and the Anivia. Dropping the Thresh ban here, and unsurprisingly, no one picks up Thresh because no one wants to play Thresh. I guess. I don't know. I hate playing Thresh right now because he's so nerfed into the ground in every single one of his stats. But he's still broken, so who knows? And then we see the first pick Tristana coming out from Ionian Battle Meeps, denying that away from Chaotix here, saying you were too good on this last game. We want a turn on the Rocket Grenadier girl thing. I don't know what it is. It's a Yordle, but like, I don't like it. Ezreal Nautilus being picked up from Imagine Infernal. In response, picking up their bot side, not even electing to give a chance for support counter pick, instead opting into perhaps top or mid counter pick later on down the line, or jungle counter pick. Bear Leona, the response. Rounding out the bot side, we'll have Tristana Leona versus the Ezreal Nautilus. Definitely very, very favored for Ionian Battle Meeps in that lane. Leona, pretty hard counter to Nautilus. Just because of how their skills interact. It's always very beneficial for Leona unless the Nautilus is playing it perfectly. There is technically some counterplay for Nautilus, but very hard to pull off, and most challenger players don't want to take that matchup because it's too annoying to do. And then Tristan and Ezreal. Ezreal just does not have the damage to do with Tristana early game while Hail of Blades is up. Bear, presumably going to be going to the jungle this game. And then a Scion response from Imagine Infernal saying, we like the big chonky boy in the top lane and we're going to keep him there. We'll give you a chance to ban it. Ionian Battle Meeps in the second round here, banning away the Trundle and the Echo, getting rid of the mid and jungle matchup from the last game, saying we don't want to see the Trundle again. Even though, honestly, bring on the Sanguine Blade Trundle. Let it happen. I'd take it.
Oh yeah.
And then the Echo is pretty good. Echo is relevant that game to as much as anyone could be towering under the towering presences of both of the AD carries. And then the Zac and Orianna once again coming out from Imagine Infernal, denying the safe blind picks and supposedly at this point just good picks in general. Darius will be locked in for Ionian Battle Meeps alongside Lux. Darius will be topside countering the Scion. Lux picked in response to the Annie mid lane saying, I'm going to outrange you, and I should be able to survive your burst so long as I can press shield or cleanse or barrier or heal or have magic resist items, which is pretty rare for mid laners. Most mid laners literally just die to Annie if they don't build raw HP or MR.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last pick, Kane, now that he knows Volibear's in the jungle, saying, I'm going to go and see if I can make this work. And it'll be interesting to see if he can make it work. I don't know if it'll be blue or red Kane yet. Obviously, I think red Kane's going to do a lot better here into the chonkiness that is Ionian Battle Meeps, but we'll see what ends up happening.
Absolutely.
Ryder, any thoughts?
No, I totally agree. You said it very clearly. You put out a lot of great points, and I think we're going to be seeing exactly what you just were talking about, everything coming
Would have
down
a yes
from...
man.
Yes.
Would have a yes man on my side.
Mm-hmm. There's not much really else to point out or say, so without further ado, let's jump into game. Alrighty, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I think you're in for a raise, you know?
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
I'll give you in the next bonus. Look forward to it.
Ooh. Now,
Otherwise, as we get into game here, will we have any people running into each other in invades? We do see the side of Imagine Infernal stacking as 5 in this mid lane brush. Otherwise, while we wait to see if anything comes here, Bob and Rob at risk on the Tristana here.
danger. Ooh.
Nautilus hook will not connect towards going down, and nothing will come of this invade. Okay, so moving on to lanes, we do see the Aftershock on Scion top lane saying nope, 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 nope to the Darius matchup. I don't know if Aftershock is the way to do the nope, but it'll be interesting. Otherwise, in the jungle, see pretty normal. We do see Conquer on Kayn, which says red form, almost certainly. Lux has Comet mid lane, pretty normal, and Electrocute on Annie. Top lane, Scion's already.
Ouchie mama.
Yeah, it's
that's a
no bueno.
W from Darius into a couple auto attacks, and that takes about half your HP. That's enjoyable.
Ideally here, as the Scion, ideally you go down 40 CS, only 1.5 levels, and then try and stabilize. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Ideally no kills, but definitely 20 to 40 CS in this lane.
Ooh, something cheeky. Now here comes the all-in from the Nautilus. He's going to be pulling in that Leona, stunning that Leona. She's going to have to flash over that wall. And great trade and good 2v2 in cheese, but both laners missed out on 3 CS, so... Yeah, I didn't think anything was going to come of that because the minions were coming in and Ezreal was in a major position to make something occur there. Darius doing his top lane things as he's going to be going in, getting that done, but we're seeing a lot of pings in the top side. Kane's going to be coming in, the Sion's going to getting a nice stun off, and they're going to be looking to do something here. It's potential, but maybe not, actually. As they go in, the flash Q is going to be able to take out the Kayn, but is he going to die from bleed?
Wow.
No, he does not. Very well done by him. He turns level 3 and survives.
Yeah, just barely squeaking out there. I think a Triumph proc managed to heal him above the required HP threshold for that bleed. And Darius back top lane, though. Level 2 gank does not phase this man.
He'll do it again! He's a nutcase!
Interestingly enough, if Darius had gone Ghost, they'd all be dead.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Darius now down the level, but gets the solo kill anyway.
Yeah, gets that solo kill onto the Scion, like you said, and gets a level off of that as well. So he won't have to be fearing for the Scion running at him in zombie form, as he was not able to get that counter kill as some Scions do in the early stages.
Yeah, it's a sad day to be a big undead zombie man in the top side.
Here comes Leona getting a nice Zenith Blade in onto the Chaotix, and there is going to be some massive damage out going onto the Ezreal. Ezreal is going to fall, and then we also see the Volibear coming in and taking off the kill from the Nautilus.
And
no
notably
kills
there, notably there, we see a big difference between the two teams, and that is that the AD carry of the side of Ionian Battle Meeps does not beat his fellow teammates. Let's this be a lesson to you. If you are the AD carry on your team, you need to beat your fellow teammates so that you get all the kills.
Exactly. And poor Darius there. Kayn just kind of sitting topside. He does get the solo kill onto the Scion, which was really nice. But the Scion getting a assist rewarded from getting that kill onto him immediately after when Kayn was in the Bush Wookiee bush.
Absolutely. Darius continues to be a menace in this top side. Okay, so moving on here.
Trying to say as many weird words as possible to remind myself what I said in that fight before.
You're not going to say it again.
I'm probably not, but
we're going to have to clip it.
I can't remember what I said.
I was holding it in my head and then I just forgot. I'm like, I need a dictionary definition of what you said. All right. Yeah, so looking here, Darius now level 5 to level 4 on Scion. Sion's going to continue to have a really rough time, already died twice solo in this lane. Wave is shoving into him, thankfully. But, well, CS is even at least, because they both died twice, and Nautilus just took Scuttle Crab, which... Chaotix is, well, he's going to the room.
Yeah, that dude's going to the room. He's letting him die now. That's what this is, you know? The Volibear is going to be able to pick up
he's
that.
looking, and it wouldn't have mattered even if it did hit, but,
Oh, he's got the schmooze, and the kill's going over Tristana.
Yeah, Tristana started threatening to beat her teammates, and let her get a kill. Thank goodness.
Both these ADCs have wiffle bats just pointed at them, you know?
Thank goodness. Let this be a lesson.
If Sion picks up all of these minions here, he's going to eventually get a CS advantage onto Darius, which is nice. Big wave crashing towards him, but Darius has now time to go and rotate to other lanes, but I'm not sure if there's going to be anything major to look at for him.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's actually going to do anything on the map, seeing as there's no jungle camps up, no jungler, no mid laner, but he's going to walk.
Take a walk.
Speaking of walking, there's an Nautilus walking.
Frenching on them with an axe. Is that an anchor?
Very respectful coming out of the Battle Meep bot side there. Like, nine times out of 10 there, the Leona's like, you can't kill this pig! And just goes in there, dies to Kayn instantly. Bot lane's lost. Chaotix gets a triple kill on one person, and then... But honestly, Leona, good call not going in there. Kayn was there. Kayn's still bot side right now, looking to
engage
flex.
coming in. Zenith Blade going out onto the Ezreal. They do have the lockdown, and the Tristana is going to be picking up that kill. He's going to be looking onto the Kayn. Is not going to be able to pick that off. We have a TP from both mid laners. Sorry. Going in, the Annie, the Lux are coming. The Volibear is in a lot of danger. Here comes the ulti from the Lux, and they are going to be able to kill the Leona, kill the Volibear, and you are going to be happy if you're on side of Team Infernal. Imagine Infernal.
Oh, they're not very happy. Chaotix didn't get those kills, so it's going to be painful.
Very after game talk is going to be stern.
Yes, why didn't you shield me?
Yeah.
I really feel a little bit bad for Josh at this point. I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah. Impressive.
Oh yeah, good rotation though coming out from the Annie there. Good TP coming in, securing the 2-for-1 at the end of the day. Secures the Dragon 2 off of that. Now getting bound up by the Lux here. No Lux ulti, thankfully, meaning the Annie will live to see another day.
Yeah, if the Lux had ulti there, I think she used it bot lane, but that Annie would have died 100-0 for stepping up the way that she did.
You gotta be careful coming through those choke points against people like Lux for sure. Lux 2 does have ulti up in the next 2 seconds. I'm gonna look to probably snag it here onto the Annie as it comes up. Does hit it blind.
Yeah, gets the Annie. It's like for me, every time I see a Lux laser, I'm like a cat, you know? I just kind of it's like a red dot that I need to capture. it's a bad habit, but you know what? I do it like way too often. I'm like, ooh, shiny. I need to get this. Keep this in my collection in the Shadow Realm.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
So looking at going into about the 10-minute mark, Dragon spawning in another 4 minutes, right? Well, maybe there's a fight top lane. I guess
fight top side. The flash from the Darius. He has Nimbus cloak. He's going to be possibly out of here, but actually no. He is going to fall to the Kayn, fall to the Sion, and is going to die as well. Volibear is in the side lane, but he's just going to be having to be told to stay topside to take all that experience. Sorry.
Yeah, and I'd also wager that's red transformation for Kayn on next back now after that last fight topside. So this should actually be a really good power spike for the side of Imagine Infernal. It'll be very important to see what they can do with that Kayn as soon as he transforms. It should give them a good advantage coming into this fight, and it's definitely red form that he's transforming into.
Yeah.
Only been hitting melees a little bit onto the Tristana.
Here comes the all-in from the Ezreal Nautilus. Unable to kill the Leona there. She is very tanky. Sorry, I have hiccups for some reason right now.
I feel that.
And they're trying to get this Rift Scuttle here. They're trying to do their best to fight it in a 3v3 scenario. They're just kind of, you know, pitching the tent, and they're saying, yep, we're going to take this if you like it or not. Nautilus does land the Q, is going to be putting the ulti onto the Tristana. Tristana is trying to hop away, but gets an awkward animation as she just kind of does a front flip in the front of the, like, in front of them without actually moving anywhere, which is kind of funny to me. But, you know, it's the little things in life.
Yeah, it's little things in life, you know. I'm trying to make sense of some of the words you said there, but you know, I don't need to. That's what you're here for.
You saw the front flip, right? You saw the front flip.
Yeah, I saw a front flip.
Yeah.
Not what I'm focusing on right now, but I'm not focusing on anything right now.
Yeah, here comes Zenith Blade is going to get in Nautilus interrupted with his Q. He's going to be blasted away. Here comes the ulti from the Lux. He does live just barely, but Tristana's going to hop in there. He's going to take that lead, the Nautilus out of the fight, and Sion is going to enter here as Annie joins as well, and Kane is going to go in for a turret dive. I'm not sure if this is going to work for them, as they do just stun the Kane. The Kane is going to go into his Tristana and come out with a kill, but dies shortly after as Lux gets that nice shutdown gold, and she's going to be really enjoying that mid lane.
Yeah, and I'm surprised. I thought Kane would have transformation. I guess not yet, but he did back before that, I think. The big shutdown 2 going over there, probably not worth it trading, but Tristana 2 had a shutdown on her. So just trading gold to either side there. I didn't catch who actually got the kill onto Kane. I think it was Lux.
Yeah.
And Lux getting gold here is definitely going to be a good thing. Lux pretty strong right now as a mid laner. Definitely scales very well with gold as of right now. All right, so I tried to say this 3 minutes ago. No, never mind.
All in, baby! Let's go! There goes the Volibear is going to kill the Ezreal. You are not allowed to say that statement. I don't know what it is, but anytime you bring it up, it's going to have a fight occur along this map.
Yeah, so 15 seconds till Dragon. I'll see if I can get it in until then. I think scaling into team fights here is going to be pretty favored for the side of IBM. Ionian Battle Meeps definitely going to be a bit stronger up until about 2 items here. So I'm looking to see them leverage that into this Dragon advantage. Of course, they're going to do that off the back of the kill, regardless of who can win team fights better. So my analysis, not useful. But as soon as about 2 items hit, so like once the Ezreal has completed his Manamune, his boots, and he'll even be pretty well on his way towards his mythic at that point too, if that's what he chooses to go for 3rd item, because Ezreal has got such a cheap build. Once the Sion has 2 tank items, Kane has 2 items. Annie honestly does not matter. But like once all those champions have 2 items, they're going to start being able to outscale the Darius and the Volibear a little bit. Tristana and Lux are still going to be doing well, and Nautilus and Leona scale similarly into the late game. I like Leona a little bit more. She's just a bit tankier, but definitely less CC overall. But more playmaking potential. So, interesting. Interesting to see how this scales going into the late game.
100%. I totally agree. Now that we have both dragons and we see that it's going to be a Cloud Soul, who do you want to have it? Which team benefits it the most, and how will these teams be playing accordingly because of it?
Oh man, no one cares about Cloud Soul because it's Cloud Soul, but they also care about Dragon Soul because it's Dragon Soul. So at the end of the day, Lux and Ezreal really like the reduced ult CD, especially Lux. Lux can get her ulti down to 15 seconds at level 16 pretty easily. Speaking of Lux.
Wow, I didn't think she was going to get the kill there, but she does land the binding and then is going to be able to take out the Annie. In response to this, hopefully Kane can avenge her fallen child as he goes in and does work underneath the tower. Might actually die because of this. Is going to flash out, is going to be able to take the Lux, but here comes the Darius as he flashes in and takes down the Kane.
Yeah, just barely squeaking that kill onto Lux in there at the end. Kane will fall afterwards, though. I'd actually, thinking about it, I'd like to see a Serpent's Fang come out here just for the Lux and the Leona locket.
I thought you were going to say Sanguine Blade.
A Serpent's Fang?
No, Sanguine Blade.
No, a Serpent's Fang. Oh, definitely.
Here comes the
I don't even know what I said.
No,
Did I say
I wanted you to say Sanguine Blade.
I'd like to see a Sanguine Blade come out for no one this game, please. It'd be pretty unfortunate, I'd say, if a Sanguine Blade came out on any of these champions. On either team, in fact. It's not a good item. Don't build it. I'd like to have a sit down with the jungler of Imagine Infernal, and I'd like to hear the thought process on Sanguine Blade first item Trundle.
It works. It got them the W.
Did it?
Well, he was on the winning team.
He was on the winning team. I can agree with that statement. It is objectively true.
Now, speaking of which, I think that we're going to have a 3v3 occur in just a couple seconds as we have both teams posturing towards each other. Shelly is being spawned. Zenith Blade does miss, and the Volley Bear is going to be ulting away from here, but is going to be locked down. They're going to see what they can do on the Nautilus, but unfortunately they aren't going to get much of that. The Kayn is inside the Volley Bear, and then comes out of the Volley Bear onto the other side. Here comes the ulti from from the Lux as she ulties and then takes the kill onto Nautilus. He does flash into that one. The Leona does a double stun with her ulti as well. And is more going to come of this? Who knows? Zenith Blade does not land. Here comes Darius around the corner. He's going to be picking off the Annie. They are going to be looking onto the Josh. The Josh is dead. Sorry, the Chaotix is dead.
The Josh. Not the Josh.
Not the Josh.
Where's the Drake? Speaking of Drake, 1 minute until that spawns.
Yes. And if you are... The gold is surprisingly still even with the kill advantage going over to the side of Ionian Battle Meeps. That might be due to just the raw CS numbers.
Yeah, the gold advantage here, yeah, it's not as high as you'd think for this. It's the turrets for sure, and then there are some CS advantages in the jungle. And bot side, but I mean mid lane's down a bit, top lane's down a bit. More or less the CS equals out to only be a little bit in favor of Imagine Infernal, but definitely the two turrets coming in big here. Maybe quality of gold as well, quality of CS.
It's very true. And we're gonna get a dragon up in 10 seconds here.
Be interesting to see how much either team commits to it. It's gonna be a posturing battle right now.
Yeah, Darius is looking for something here. Doesn't get the stun or the knockup, but here comes the Lux ulti. He's gonna be punishing that Kayn, taking him below 25% HP. They're going to be looking for more. Ninth ulti from the Leona. Gets a beautiful Zenith Blade. Locks down that Annie, but then no one's going to be attacking Ezreal in the backline as he's just producing damage in Q and Q and Q as he's going in. Tristana finds the Ezreal, but it's not going to be enough as Kayn is right in front of her as well. Here comes the nutcase. He's going to be trying to pick that one off, and Josh is going to try and run from the Darius, but he does not have the mana to press ulti, and the kill is going over to Darius, and a big win for the Ionian Battle Meeps.
Yeah, huge teamfight victory there coming out of Ionian Battle Meeps. Going to be able to pick up their second dragon of the game, putting them at one dragon ahead. Gold 2 is being, well, it's still 1k. Well, whatever. Don't talk about that. Gold doesn't seem to care about anything that happens in this game.
Fair.
But just massive plays, honestly. That entire team fight coming out of Flow King on this Lux. So many double bindings hitting onto squishies that game. Big ultis, big Leona ulti too, setting up the second double bind from the Lux there. Big shields coming across their whole team. And this is more or less what I was thinking about when I said I think you want to see a Serpent's Fang come out. And I think Ezreal has to build it, because I don't think Kayn wants to build it. I think Kayn needs to be tankier.
Mm-hmm. They're going to have to burst down this Shelly if they want to take it. They do have the DPS for it. They do have the numbers. Yeah.
They got 30 seconds. That's fine.
But it's going to result into a team fight, though. And then we're going to be going in. The Ezreal does fall immediately and gets bursted out. The Shelly's just doing work in the middle there. The Darius sets the ulti off in the proc onto the Annie, onto the Nautilus. He's looking for more. He gets another kill onto the Scion and is looking for more, possibly even a pentakill if he's able to grab onto them, but unfortunately not, as Tristan's going to be taking that kill.
Oh, Scion killed the Rift Herald. Interesting.
I wasn't even paying attention. I was looking at the map and I was like, yes, this is just going to be Rift Arrow for him, but unfortunately, no one's gonna be
Ion
able
form
to.
skilled Rifty boy.
Is that gold? Like, what do you get for just killing Shelly?
50 gold and 300 EXP.
Nice.
So it's like, I think that's what you get. I don't even know if it's 300 EXP. It might be 160.
Yeah.
I'm trying vaguely to remember something that I heard LS say in a video once a very long time ago about why people are idiots for ever fighting for Rift Herald. I don't agree with his statements on the matter, but he did cite statistics on how much it was worth for gold and EXP.
Interesting.
Yeah, so not a lot, but it is something. That's why Rift Herald's... Well, definitely, I agree, though. Second Rift Herald, really not useful, probably was not worth a 5-man wipe. And put it out there.
That's fair.
You know, you could just give it over, and then catch an extra wave somewhere, farm an extra camp. I am sounding a bit like LS right now. Second Rift Herald's really not worth it. I don't agree about first Rift Herald. Second Rift Herald, guys, come on. We don't need to do this anymore. It's literally like, it kills your mid tier 1, which is already at half HP, and would have died anyways when they sent 5 people to it. And it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, guys. Alright.
It matters if you're Cho'Gath.
No, it really doesn't, though.
Yeah, but you get the Cho'Gath stack.
Yeah, you get 1 stack.
Yes, num num.
Num num.
Yum 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 yum.
Thankfully, though, you would use half of Cho'Gath's entire damage on it, and then you would lose the team fight.
True.
But thank God you got 1 Cho'Gath stack.
Yeah, yum 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 yum.
Yum 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 yum. Yeah, it ain't for me. That ain't my food.
No. Dragon's gonna be coming up in about a minute and 40 seconds here. I imagine that the Ionian battle meeps will be the ones in favor in the next team fight, as the gold is going to be just about 5k, just a little bit under 5k actually, gold lead for them. So how do you want the Imagine Infernal to play this out? Oh, here's a way. Shut down onto the Lux.
Yeah, that's a good shutdown coming in there. Going onto the Kayn, which is pretty much exactly where you want it. It's that or onto Ezreal right now.
This is the fight you have to take if you're the Imagine Infernal, because if you want the Baron, this is what you gotta do, right? So they're gonna be going in, gonna be trying to get that Darius. He's gonna be healing back up to full, basically, with his Q stack. Then the Kayn going to be onto him. He's just going to bring the Kayn to the back line. They are going to take out the volley there. They are not going to have enough damage, and this is going to be a huge win for Imagine Infernal.
Yeah, big team fight win coming in for the side of Imagine Infernal, as you said, picking up 3 for 0 now, turning onto the Baron, should be able to get it practically unopposed. There is a Lux Laser, but she does have TP. She might want to look to TP somewhere, see if she can steal the Baron. She does do, well, this is current smite. I don't know if Lux does 900 damage with her full combo right now, but it's going to be very close at level 13 with these items.
Yeah, they're just trying to stall it out for Lux to get there. Lux is here now. Here comes the laser, but it was a little bit too early. They should be able to pick off this Baron. Ezreal is going to fall because of this, and now they just have to escape. And a lot of people
running away successfully, and it will only drop the single kill for the Baron there. Really good trade for the side of Imagine Infernal. Dragon now up, should be secured by Ionian battle meeps on the back end of this. Shouldn't be any contest for that. Ezreal doesn't have ult, you have no chance of a steal. But I would not be too worried about that if I was Imagine Infernal, knowing that even though this is Soul Point, even if they manage to collect the Cloud Soul, it's not the end of the world.
Now, who do you think scales better?
Well, given the current state of the game, it's a different answer than what I would normally give. Normally, I'd think that Imagine Infernal definitely scale better. Annie has 70 CS at 24 minutes, however, so she is not a champion. Also, it went for damage, right? So she went for pen items and will just not do any damage instead of like CDR items or utility.
Yeah.
So I'm not crazy about it. It's essentially a 4 versus 5 with a CC. Maybe Tibbers is strong, even without AP, I guess. But, like, just as a body, essentially.
Yeah.
Otherwise, not a lot of farming going on in this game overall anyways, I guess. Definitely both mid laners, bad farm numbers. We'll go with the word bad.
Now, the Darius is going to get cut out here. I don't think he's going to survive the Kayn front, as he is going to be shut down, and that is going to be a nice gold in the pocket of Kayn.
Yeah, Kanye there picking up the kill.
Good old Kanye.
Diving. Good old Kanye.
That's the real Kanye.
That's the real Kanye. My brain's just leaving me at this point. Good ult. Good ult.
Doing zoning ult.
Doing God's work right there.
It's going to be coming up really soon anyways with the Q. If only they had some Cloud Souls, but here comes Kayn. He's going to be missing his combo onto the Lux there, and there's a Zenith Blade going out. They are going to be picking him off potentially. He has a lot of sustainability. Here comes the ulti from the volley, and then they are going in as they get collapsed on from the rear from the side of Imagine Infernal, and they're going to be taking 1, 2, and 3 kills going over to the Ezreal.
Yeah, no Tristana there at the end of that team fight. Darius nowhere to be found either, and he's definitely the strongest member of this team right now when you're looking at these team fights.
Just
and boom,
end
he's
here?
gone immediately.
They can end here.
Yeah, probably. Play me out.
Okay, well, they're going to... Tristana has to do something incredible here and manage to kill all of them at the same time with her abilities. Cannon, go! She is going to be attacking the Scion. She is going to be attacking the Nautilus. The Leona is back now. Can they save the game as they go in and stun them? But Ezreal and them are on the Nexus. They are going to try and take this out, but it's not going to be enough DPS. But Scion, come on, guys. Scion, get him out of here. And yeah, very close. Ezreal's now going to have to E away over this wall and is going to run for his life. Is it going to be enough, though? He does flash volley berries right on his tail and unable to pick him off.
Yeah, so at the end of the day there, it is the 2 Nexus turrets going down, and there are 2 teleports on the side of Imagine Infernal here. They're going to be able to look on the back end of this play here for possibly a backdoor. There's no wards next to the turret there, but Ezreal gets picked off at the end. Don't know if that needed to happen. Don't know how it happened. I think he's just backing on a ward.
Yeah, he's just backing in the wrong bush at the wrong time.
Yeah, normally when you hit the Nexus, you don't expect a ward to be in dot brush bot side river, but they they sort of just walked up and took everything on the top side, so the ward didn't even expire. Yeah, so going into the rest of this game here, as I said, there's double TP on the side of Imagine Infernal, so definitely going to be able to look for a TP backdoor here. It's going to be so stressful and frustrating from the side of Ionian Battle Meeps, trying to hold their base while contest these dragons. Luckily for them, there won't be any Elder spawning unless they take dragon, which I would advise against. And right now, you're just looking at how can I control the top side of the map as hard as possible, making sure that our inhib respawns before they get into our base. How do we win team fights and then turn that team fights into a similar play on the enemy side of the map? And if you're not able to do that, it's just, if you go to the bot side of the map right now, you're going to lose the game. Just give up dragons. You got 10 minutes until Soul, 15 until Elder, maybe 16. I don't know if Elder, the first Elder spawns later. Yeah, who cares? Give them up. You can play 16 more minutes of this game. Lux is just going to wave clear everything instantly.
They're CCing down the Darius, and they're going to be going on to Ezreal in the backline, but unable to take him off. There is going to be more fights. Here comes Kayn in the sidelines. He's going to be getting that volley. They're going to be looking for more, and this might be all she wrote, folks, as they take down the volley bear. It is a 4v5, and now they're going to be taking down the Leona. They're trying to catch the Kayn, but it's not going to be enough. Here comes the knock-up from the Kayn midair. Tristana is going to fall as well. The Nautilus, the Darius nutcase is falling as well. There goes the Lux, and that is the game, folks.
Yeah, it's going to be game here as the side of Imagine Infernal will knock down the Nexus here. Bit over-aggressive on the first time, but now there's nobody left to contest them on the Nexus here. Game 2 will go to Imagine Infernal in a 2-0 weekend for them up here in Piltover Division.
Very well played. I thought what they showed me, like I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's over. Darius is gonna basically 1v9 this game. Lux is doing incredibly well, but then the Tristana was also scaling, and then you're looking at it and you're like, it's looking pretty doomed for the side of Imagine Infernal. But they made the plays, they made the calls, they found the Lux in the wrong spots, and they were able to pick the fights that they needed to pick in order to come out on top this game. So good on them, and great plays all around. Hunter, what are you saying for the MVP and Ace?
MVP and Ace, you don't say, huh? It's actually pretty rough here. I think for MVP, it's got to go over to the Kane for the
Mm-hmm.
side of Imagine Eternal here. Good performance coming out of him. A solid Kane performance. I don't know any other way to describe a Kane performance. You get ahead a little bit and you never die, and you have a 2.5 second, 1.5 second Q cooldown that heals you for half your HP, and you stuck some people in an ulti, and you live as a Kane. You're very edgy Darkin boy.
Mm-hmm.
Good performance overall, though. Got a lot of early stacks on the Kane. Good ganks early. Really did his best to keep top lane from snowballing out of control. Even though it still did, I can't imagine that it would have been better without his early interventions picking up those 2 kills onto Darius on the top side. As far as Ace is concerned, this is where it gets rough because I mean, there's four good good answers here. I think Leona had a lot of good engages this game. I think the ultis were fairly on point on the whole when they needed to be. I think the Tristana went 10-3 and 16, and it's sort of hard to say anything bad about that on the whole. A few small misplays in team fights, but overall, good performance. I think the Lux had some really clutch bindings in a lot of these team fights onto the backline. But there were a couple mistakes from the Lux that led to some of the downsides here. And I think the Darius steamrolled lane phase, played well in team fights, got a lot of kills. So I guess I'm giving it to Darius at the end of the day. I mean, he got set behind early, still managed to make kills happen topside, snowball the game. Played well in team fights, but just not a lot you can do at the end of the day. But it's really close across the board, I think.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't agree more. I was also gonna probably say Darius, even when he got like put behind or was ganked on repeat by the Kane. He really came true, and he still went in and still came out on top in his laning phase. So, gotta give him credit where credit's due, right? So, but like you said, those other members of the team played it very, very well. Just unfortunate misplays and just overstepping in just some certain areas lost them the game there.
Absolutely. Do you have any thoughts about the series as a whole?
Um, as a whole, you can see very well that Imagine Infernal is a strong communication team that can play out even when behind. So it's going to be something worth noting in the future. Like if you see them like when they're ahead, they're like really far ahead, but when they're behind, they can still take it slow. They can still keep playing it out the way that it needs to be played out, and they can make the plays, make the picks, and make situations happen to bring back almost completely lost games. So I really like how they played this game out here. Ionian Battle Meeps. Really unfortunate. What can I say? That second game, you guys had it, but just unfortunate situations occurred, and not much really I can say about that. Besides just watch out for things that in your own jungle. I guess I don't know. That's my kind of takeaways from this. What about you?
I think I have a lot of the same thoughts as you here. I think Imagine Infernal is shown to be a fairly strong team on the whole. I like they seem to have strong resilience, as you said. I think their mental didn't they didn't break mental this game despite a pretty poor situation coming out of the early game there, and they managed to find their moment. They made their play. They got their Baron and snowball it really, really effectively. And I think that's another thing too. It definitely feels like give an inch, take a mile with them. when they get their advantage, when they find their opening, they've been very consistently able to roll that into a win. And
Mm-hmm.
that's a very powerful trait to have in an environment like Seal, where teams are gonna be like a lot of games are baseball matches, right?
Mm-hmm.
At every level in Seal, a lot of games are gonna be baseball matches because we're not pros. We don't do this for a living, and we don't have perfect shot callers on every team. So when you're able to get the advantage and not let go of it or snowball it even into it like an insanely large advantage at the very least, that's a very, very good trait for looking at someone who's going to be very strongly favored in Seal going forward. Ionian Battle Meeps. Uh, I mean, they've got their good specialty picks. They've gone good players in every lane. Um, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Monty's a little bit disadvantaged in the jungle in this meta. It doesn't seem to fit his playstyle very well, and he seems a little bit uncomfortable in it. I mostly be praying for him to adapt better to the jungle style, and maybe a meta shift could put them in good favor. Their players are good. I know they're all good. I've seen them play before. I thought they all had pretty good performances on the whole today, and I think they just got beat out by some
Hypnotoad.
X Factor. Yeah, Hypnotoad in a way. X Factor, Hypnotoad, whatever you call it, inting into Josh always works.
I don't know how he does it. I really don't know how Chaotix does it. It just happens. It happens every time. I don't understand. I was even on his team last year. I didn't even understand how it worked then.
All right. So, closing out the day here, this was our last match of the day. Ryder, do you have a closing statement for us?
No major closing statements, but stay tuned. There will be more games being casted tomorrow. Gonna see if we can get hopefully a live game in there. But if not, we'll just keep doing some more VODs. I also would like to say I'm on vacation all next week, so I'll be doing a little bit more casting throughout the week just to catch up on games that we haven't already casted. So stay tuned for that, and thanks again, Seal community, and thank you to my co-caster Vebe for coming out and casting with me today.
Yep. As always, thanks to be here. Big thanks to the SEAL communities, the viewers, the players, everyone who supports our wonderful community here, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the future.